ladies in the audience. Let me hear the girls. Either the men are outnumbered or they're more polite. I was taught by my mother not to shout at people, so how is everyone doing today? I don't know what that means. Oh my God. Hey. Oh, this was fun. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Misha. Oh wow, we each got our own couch. Yeah. Yeah. Is this gonna be like, you can sit next to me if you want. Is it gonna be like therapy? Let me tell you about my mother. No, let me tell you about your mother. Oh. Oh, so it's gonna be that kind of a show. I'm fired. See you later, bye. Okay, right. I want to get guys, have you got questions for Misha? Yeah. Right, so I'm gonna let you know, we've got 2 microphones in the aisles there. It's going to be a first come, first served basis. When you get to those microphones and start queuing up, we're going to start going 1, 2, 1, 2 to get the question. So if you want to start queuing up now to make sure you get to ask your question, you can, it's not a problem. No fighting, please, and remember, most of us are British and we know how to queue. We're very polite, you know? I'm going to ask, Misha, if it's all right, can I ask a couple of questions to you to kick off? No. Yes, please. I think me now about you, Mom, seriously. Look, first of all, Misha Collins, thank you so much for being here with us today in London. We're so happy. We're so happy you're here. I'm so mad about the mother thing, so we're going to work through this. Wait till you see the pictures. Now, let me ask you a question. Please don't kill me. Let me ask you a question. Okay, we'll get straight into it. I was just mentioning backstage, one of the first Comic-Con panels I ever did was with Mark Shepherd. Yes. Who plays Crowley on the show. And one of the things he said to me, he goes, the one thing he does, when he starts filming that show, he ends up always with a bad neck. Because everyone else on the show seems to be like 6'5". Right. How's filming for you? And he's always trying to kiss us. Yes, Mark Shepherd. Mark Shepherd, the king of hell. How is Mark? Have you talked to him lately? That was 6 years ago, and he doesn't return any of my emails anymore. No, yeah. He did talk about you. Because you talked about his mother. So that was the second panel that you did, was Mark Shepherd. And how did it go? Really well. The guys in Dubai absolutely loved it. Really? Yeah. Well, it's good to know there's somewhere in the world that they love him. Mark, I'm just kidding. I know Mark is probably in the audience right now. Small world. So you live in Dubai? Yeah. That's amazing. They don't care about that. Yeah. Can we interview you and stuff? It's so cool. What's it like there? It's hot. Like all of the beverages have flecks of real gold in them, right? You can buy gold with beer and you don't know. I don't know. You don't. No, you don't. You don't do it. You don't. Tourists do that. Okay. People live. We don't spend our money on like a beer. Just if anyone wants to know, a beer is like £15 in Dubai. 15 quid a pop, so about $20 per beer. The only person who can afford to drink there now is Jason Momoa. Right. And he drunk the place dry when he was there. He actually bathes in it. There we go. Yeah. So right, listen. When you went to audition for your role of Castile in Supernatural, had you been a fan of the show? Had you seen it before? I was a fan of the show in a sense. I had seen Jared and Jensen, my co-stars, on posters on bus stations. Spend a lot of time in bus stations all the time? Your mother. My mum was a bus driver, so I can believe that actually, so it's true, honest. I was a bus driver. That worked out nicely, didn't it? That's what she said. Right, seriously. Okay, choose. Who's your best buddy on the Supernatural set? My best butler? Buddy. Best friend. Oh, best buddy. I'm not sure that I have any good buddies on the set. Yeah.
In the cast.
Not
the woman from craft services who gives you the sandwiches.
Yeah, some of the PAs on set are nice to me because they're afraid I'll get them fired. I have a lot of fun with Jared and Jensen and the rest of the cast on the show. We get along remarkably well for people who abuse each other all day long. We have a lot of fun. We laugh a lot.
Well, if I was to say you have to choose one of the J's, which one would it be? Hang on, when I said something about your mum, they were all right. But if choose one of the J's.
And what is this like the marry, fuck, kill? Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, all right, we can do that. Which one's me mum?
I would say Jensen is more like your mother. Very submissive. So, any questions from the audience?
You know what? We have got so many people queued up. I think before my mum disowns me, I think we can, you know what? Let's go straight to you over there, young lady. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
So we all know that Jared and Jensen basically prank you all the time, and I was wondering if you've ever been like one step ahead of them and like beat them at their own game.
I lost a bet to Jared once, and it turned out to be much more money than I had hoped it would be. And I owed him $1,600.
Ow.
Which was a devastating blow financially. I had to go home and tell my children that they weren't going to college. And then I spent 2 days going around to banks all around Vancouver getting pennies and nickels, Canadian pennies and nickels and dimes. And I made a mountain of change in his trailer. And he was furious. And then he took all of the change and put it into my car, my sedan, with a note that said donation to Random Acts. So in a way, I was one step ahead and then I lost. Because it took me hours and hours to clean that out. There are, it's an interesting environment because we're always trying to harm one another. But we're trying not to go so far that we get permanently injured in return, because there's always retaliation. Does that make sense? Yeah. It feels really unsafe to go to work. Thanks for asking. Good. Yeah. And it's almost a traumatizing question for me, so thank you.
And the next question's over there.
Hi, my name's just for future.
I'm logging your name.
Yeah.
You mean for like lawsuits or what?
Yeah, no, just in case I'm famous one day, see.
Oh, okay. I could say I knew her when. She was just somebody lining up telling people her name. This could be your big break.
So my question is, since you're so funny, what's your funniest Castiel memory?
That's a very open-ended question. I think I enjoyed the scene. I've had a lot of fun in a lot of different scenes, but I enjoyed the scene where Castiel was watching pornography. We did a lot of takes of that. There are a lot of takes that you will never see. But it was very funny to me anyway, to imagine being someone who was, first exposed to humanity, and then having his first exposure to pornography, if you'll pardon the expression. And he was both perplexed and intrigued, and then tried to later emulate what he saw. There are no children in the audience, are there?
Yes, there is. Front row, front and center. That's going to be a good car ride home tonight, that.
Yeah. Mummy! Sorry. Was there no disclaimer before coming? There should be a sign in front of the auditorium when you come in. I'm sorry. You don't speak English, do you? Thank you.
Okay.
Good luck with getting your name out there. Hi.
Sorry, a very similar question, but obviously Jensen and Jared notorious for their pranks. Was that the worst one, the penny one, or was there a really bad prank that they got you with?
Well, you Brits really like to talk about abuse, don't you? No, there were much worse experiences that I had. Thanks for bringing it up.
Is it nothing you can say?
Most recently, there was a scene toward the end of this past season where Jared is playing Sam, who's been possessed by, I don't know, I don't remember the name of the episode or his character or anything that happened, but it was with that 1950s sort of episode. Have you seen it?
Oh, yeah.
No, you've never seen the show, that's fine. So he tackled me to the ground and then had me pinned down, and we were supposed to say a couple of lines of dialogue there, and there was a 20-minute take that involved him saying things that can't be shared in front of children, and me slapping his face, and then the director said that he was going to cut that into its own blooper scene because everyone was laughing, and then he went back and watched it and decided to delete the file because he figured that we would all get fired. So that was a tough experience. Yeah, but I can't tell you about it, so that's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye.
Next
Hi.
up.
Hi, you've done this convention and Rome convention, and they've both been with Sebastian Sam. And so we were wondering when this selfie is going to be between you and him.
Why do I need a selfie with Sebastian?
Because we all want it. And you like being helpful and random acts of kindness.
Oh, I see. Pulling my heartstrings here. Okay, I'll hunt him down. I'll stalk him. People say we look alike. Do you think that's true?
Yeah.
I do not see myself in him.
I'm saying nothing.
Can we redact that? Thank you. Best of luck. Hi.
Hi. Cass has been through many rebirths. I personally saw this time in the empty as him being in the bardo. Do you ever read Cass's story through Buddhist lens?
That's genuinely
I
interesting.
haven't until just now. What is the Buddhist? So you're seeing like a reincarnation?
Yeah, and also kind of the visions that he saw, or the empty. I saw that as him going through the process of the bardo.
What's the bardo?
Like in Buddhism, when you die, you kind of have visions of various deities who kind of lead you into your next rebirth.
That sounds lovely. I mean, I think the writers of the show do draw on Buddhism and Christian mythology and Vedic texts and Google to script the episodes and to craft the characters. So I know that has informed what they're doing. I mean, and there are particular writers who have, I think, been, frankly, influenced by Buddhist thought more than others. So yeah, it's in there. It's hard to find, and when it's there, I don't know about it. But yeah, that's a good question.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Me and my friends have a bucket list of places we want to go in the world. I'm just wondering if there's anywhere you've not been that you'd really like to go.
Yes.
Where?
I really want to go to want to go to Mongolia. I want to go back to Japan. That's already, I guess, checked off my bucket list. I want to go to some of the further flung corners of Charlemont, Massachusetts. Yeah. Where do you want to go?
New Zealand, Iceland, Hawaii.
All the places that I've been in the last few years, I've been to. No, I haven't been to New Zealand. Iceland was amazing, I have to say. Are there any winners from Gishwas for this past year? Yes. How was New Zealand? It was great. Sorry I didn't make it. What did you see? Did you see glowworms? Amazing. You're talking at the same time and I can't hear you, but you seem still happy, so that's good. Congratulations, by the way. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. I know that you, Jensen, and Jared all directed episodes. I wondered.
Jared hasn't.
Jared hasn't?
No. But he's fucked up episodes that other people were directing.
What's your favourite part about directing an episode that you're so in?
I've never done that. But it sounds great.
You've been in episodes that your cast members have directed.
Oh,
the
that's
difference
true.
between having an actor direct an episode compared to someone who's always been a director.
I don't know that there is, that categorically you could say there's a difference. I think that actor directors tend to focus on performance a little bit more than other directors because we think we know better than other actors. So it's a little bit slightly more annoying to work with actor directors than it is with regular directors. We have Richard Speight, who's directed a bunch of episodes, who has also been an actor on the show for a long time. And he focuses on performance a lot, and we love him. And we say he does 18 takes. A lot of directors will do 1 or 2 takes, and Richard just keeps going. But they're, I think that's the biggest difference, is the focus on performance.
Thank you.
When you're walking around, you were so done with that conversation. What did I say that made you so angry?
I didn't want to keep you waiting.
Oh, thank you for your politeness. When I directed, I had this very sweet moment with Jared and Jensen, which was very endearing. I was at the monitors and in another room, so I'm watching what the cameras are seeing on the screens. And Jared kept on messing up his lines, which he normally knows his lines. You know, his performances are challenging, but he knows his lines. And he kept messing it up, and I was like, okay, finally I just said, okay, cut. And I said, Jared, are you all right? And he said, yeah, just give me a second. And so I walked onto set to, check with him, like, what's going on? And as I opened the door to get onto set, he pied me in the face. And he had been waiting for the pie to show up on set, and that's why he was stalling. And we were behind schedule that day. I really didn't have time to be pied in the face. And he really threw his hips into it. It was like, because I think he was excited, and he was also a little bit hoping to break my nose. And then Jensen was like pretty stand up about it, and this was really touching. He was like, hey, I have an extra t-shirt. He brought me a t-shirt from his trailer, put it on. I said, thank you. Wiped off most of the whipped cream, and then stepped outside, and Jensen said, hey, Misha, and I turned around, and he pied me in the face. So, yeah, thank you. Hi.
Hi. So I know Sebastian is going to end soon, but what is the happiest moment on set for you, like so far?
It's a great question. I guess in some way, I mean, you know what, I don't know that I'm going to be able to answer that question because we've had a lot of great times on the show, but I think strangely, one of the more lovely moments that we've had on set is when we announced to the cast that we were going to be ending the show. And just saw everyone sort of get emotional and start hugging each other and crying. And, you know, we basically spent an hour going around to 100 different people, each of us saying, I love you and I'm going to miss you. It's been a long chapter in all of our lives. It's like, you know, most of our adult lives we spent working on the show. And we happen to have a really tight crew and people that we love being around. And so, ironically, I think, you know, that probably one of the saddest moments was also one of the happiest moments, because it felt like, oh, there's a big group of people that we really care about. And it's nice to have that in the world. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, Misha. My name is Anya. It's really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Sorry, I haven't had a very good day. Standing here in front of you and talking to you means it's one of the most unfathomable. You can't imagine how grateful I am for this. And I just wanted to say thank you for all your work you do with Random Acts and organising each week. It's honestly, you've saved my life these last couple of years, and I'm just so thankful that people like you exist. We need more people like you, and just thank you for everything you've ever done. Okay.
Oh, that means so much. Thank you for saying that.
No worries. I do actually have a question if you. So.
Yeah, by the way, if everyone could start their question with a long compliment, that'd be helpful.
So, Human Castiel is one of my favourite plot lines within Castiel's arc on his run on the show. So, my question for you is, if Castiel had the choice to become human again, would he choose yes? And if so, what would the first thing he'd do be?
I don't think that he would choose yes. I mean, if you think about it, Castiel had a pretty shitty experience as a human. He ended up eating an entire tube of toothpaste. He became homeless. He had a rather nasty sexual experience. I believe he got stabbed.
Yeah.
And it was all in a very short window of time. So for him, I think being human was not great. And I don't think he would choose to go back to it. I think that it did give him some empathy for the humans that he interacts with, and he got to know what humanity is like from the inside. And I think that that really changed his character. But I don't think he would want to go back to it. Yeah. Thank you. I'm sorry. You seem to have wanted a different answer.
No, honestly, that's a good enough.
Okay, that's good enough is what I strive for. Thank you. Hi.
Well, since you asked, I'll start with a compliment as well. I just want to say that, honestly, you're one of the most inspirational actors to me, because you do so much for so many people, and your journey to becoming an actor and to becoming the famous Misha Collins is like so inspirational.
Well, you're making me feel really uncomfortable. So.
And also, you're a really good father to your kids, so that's really inspirational as well.
Thank you.
Okay, so my actual question is, because we all probably really love Castiel, but out of all of the characters in Supernatural that there have ever been, who is your favorite?
I really like the Impala. It's the strong, silent type, you know. I think that, that might be my answer. Yeah. There you go. I would love to see Cass's Pimpmobile and the Impala have a romantic relationship at some point in the show.
That would be a very good arc, I agree.
Yeah. It could potentially be the season arc for season 15.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Take care.
Thank you.
Bye. Hi.
Hi, Misha. This is my very first Comic-Con event,
How's it going for you so far?
It's a little bit overwhelming, but I'm thrilled to meet you in person.
Thrilled to meet you as well.
Thank you.
Have you been to other convention type things before?
I've never been to anything like this.
What's your first impression? There's a lot of people.
There's a lot of people.
A lot of lines. Right? Queuing? Do you like queuing?
No, I don't like queuing.
Okay, so this sounds perfect for you.
Anyway.
Okay, you want to talk about something else.
Okay, I have a question.
Okay, great.
No.
I mean, it's kind of like being in an airport, right? Now you're really regretting getting up to the microphone.
Okay, it's related to supernatural.
Oh, really?
Okay. Now that the show Supernatural is coming to an end, do you... Oh, I'm asking the wrong question, Craig, so I'll start again.
Yep. No, I am on Supernatural. That's the appropriate show.
Right.
Did you have many drafts of questions?
I had 3, but I'm not going to answer that question.
Well, were you going to answer the questions or ask them?
No, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay. Has the character Castiel influenced your attitude towards the creation of random acts and Gish? That's not a very good question, is it?
What are my other choices for questions? Sure. Yeah.
Okay. You come across through various media sources as having a passion to highlight political viewpoints that discriminate and ostracize people from a bias.
Okay.
Can you see your future role in life as running for presidency?
I'm not sure I totally understood the question. Are you saying that my political views discriminate and ostracize?
No. I think you tend to highlight that sort of political view.
But not promote, per se.
In a way of wanting people to side with you in sort of putting that to rights. So anyway, what do you think about running for presidency?
I think it's a... What's that? You would vote for me? Can I just say that's very flattering. You're all UK citizens, so really not the target demo for voters.
They're looking for a new leader here just now as well.
Yeah, I know. I hope things turn out better for you all in the next iteration here. Good luck. It seems like everything is going down the toilet in terms of leaders of countries in the Western world these days. I do sometimes fantasize about getting more involved in politics. Not like creepy fantasies. But I do want to be more politically active because I think that's important at this time in our civilization. There's a lot that's going sideways, and a lot of people who are out for their own benefit in positions of power, and they are, I think, making the world much less safe and inclusive and destroying our environment. And that's something that I think we should all take very seriously and fight for. So, yeah.
We need a charismatic leader, and I think we've got that in you. Thank you.
But in the States, we already have a charismatic leader. He's very popular over here, I know that.
Thank you.
Who here loves Trump? For the one person who raised their hand just now, I admire your bravery. Good for you. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. This is also my my first con, so...
How's it going?
It's been really good. I only got into Supernatural in like February, and when this con was on, we saw you were coming, so we're like, oh my god, we have to go. But yeah.
You're new, so you're new to all of this.
Yeah, pretty much.
How much of Supernatural have you watched?
I'm on season 12, so...
Did you drop out of school? God.
Yeah, I've spent...
I'm not even on season 12.
I've spent a lot of time watching it. But my question is about season 6, episode 15.
Oh, I love that episode.
I was wondering if it was difficult to have to acting as Castiel and acting as you, Rick.
Oh, what you're saying hurts so much. What are you talking about? Oh, the French mistake.
Yeah.
I love that episode.
It's my favorite.
So the French mistake, for those of you who haven't seen the show, is an episode where Sam and Dean are thrust into a parallel universe where they are playing the actors Jared and Jensen, and there's the actor Misha Collins who's playing the character Castiel on the show Supernatural. I know it sounds confusing, but believe me, it makes sense. So when the first scripts came in, I called the writers and I said, can you make the Misha character the quintessential douchey Hollywood actor? And they sort of tweaked the dialogue a little bit, and then I added in a few things, like I pushed the makeup woman away or the hair woman away, and I ignored the PAs, and I was smug and self-satisfied and tweeting, and like, what a douchey thing to do. And my manager watched the episode, and he called me afterwards and he said, Misha, saw the episode, it was so great. It was so nice to just get to see you playing you. That was really a nice moment. But I didn't answer your question, did I? What was it?
I wanted to ask if it was difficult to have to play yourself, and also...
Well, so I wasn't myself. Yeah, no, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We all loved doing that episode. Yeah. We all played sort of stereotype versions of our worst aspects, and there was a little bit of truth in all of it. So, yeah, actually reading the script, I think for all of us was a little bit hard, because it's like, oh, I see, that's how people see me. Okay. Fine. Hi.
We've got about 10 minutes left now, okay. So if we can have a little bit of a quick fire round, ask your questions nice and quick. No compliments before the questions. Just get in with it and ask your question. Let's go.
The best ending for the show? Funniest for Castiel? I think it would be really lovely if the show culminated season 15, episode 20, the season finale is just we're all, in the hospital and Castiel is giving birth.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. A few years ago, you said that even after Supernatural would have ended, you would keep shooting new seasons all by yourself in your mom's basement. So now that we know that season 15 will be the last, are you still planning to do that?
My mother's basement recently flooded. So yes, I do plan to keep up with that plan as I promised, but it's going to be a little bit more of an Aquaman version of Supernatural than originally I had planned.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
Hey, Ben. So really quickly, I just want to say thank you for being such a bright light in this world because it seems a bit dark at the moment.
Thank you for being a bright light. Although technically you violated his rule, a little bit.
I am sorry. No regrets. Okay. So in this season, Cass made a deal with the empty where he agrees to be taken as soon as he is truly happy. But since then, there were great moments like when they defeated Michael and everyone supposedly was very happy but Cass didn't get taken. So my question is, assuming that the deal with the empty still stands, what do you think it would take for Cass to be truly happy and actually
That's a good question. I think if Castiel ever felt like truly loved and appreciated and accepted, he would probably, that would come to pass, that he would die. And yeah, maybe Castiel should be a little bit more worried about that than he is, because we do have these little moments of triumph that could potentially cross that threshold and make him susceptible to being killed forever because he's happy. It's a really terrible situation to be in, isn't it? Like, you're free to go out in the world, but if you're ever happy, you're going to immediately die. That probably fills your day with a little bit of anxiety. Like, I hope something great doesn't happen today. But maybe Castiel has like a little penknife or something that he keeps in his pocket, pokes himself when good things start to happen, so he feels pain every time pleasure comes up in his life. Maybe he's into that stuff. Yeah, good. Hi.
Hi, Misha. This mic is really low, sorry. I'm Stephanie. I wanted to ask this question last week, and I didn't have the opportunity to, but one of the things I think is the most wonderful about the Supernatural fandom is the fact that you guys have created these really amazing, fleshed out characters that live on outside of the show, whether it's through fic or fan art or anything like that, and it's, as you know, just really taken on a life of its own. And my question is, are there any characters from either a film or a book or a TV show that have stayed with you the way that your characters have stayed with us in terms of, like, do you think about what they're doing outside of what you saw in the book or the film or that sort of thing, where you kind of like make up stories in your head? Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do. I don't think that there's a real genre show per se, but there's a character from a show called The Apprentice that I have recurring violent fantasies about. Thank you. Hi. God, it's you again with the wax hand. Have you been wearing that all?